We're here with Charlie Whiteoak after West have ended their season at Chadderton with a 3-1 loss, I think it was at the end. Charlie, first of all, what are your thoughts on today's match?
We're always going to be tough. Obviously, they're pushing playoffs. I don't want to say we've got nothing to play for, but we're not going to go up, we're not going to go down. So it's always going to be tough. We've got injuries in the squad as well, so we went one up as well, which was disappointing, but it's one of them.
You came back in the second half. Was that an injury or?
No, I got an early yellow, believe it or not.
Oh right. Yeah.
So I think they were just protecting me, because obviously if you get a yellow to another yellow, it carries on to next year. So
that leads me nicely into my next question. Next year, does that mean that kind of you're in Chris's thoughts for next year and West are in your thoughts for next year?
West are in my thoughts. I haven't really spoke to Ros just yet, but I definitely want to be here next year. I'm sure Ros will have a conversation with me soon, but it's definitely somewhere where I want to be next year, West.
The Rowdy West fans were kind of getting in on the interview at the start. They were singing your song. Is that kind of part of the reason why you want to be at West? You've been taken under the wing a bit of West fans this season.
Like I say, I think the big thing for me, I live an hour away, but coming and playing in front of these fans, it's great, especially at this level. What do we have? 1,400 on against Withenshaw. Except from Bury, I don't think there's a better team in the league, is there, for fans? So it's definitely a big reason to why I want to stay.
You've played kind of counties football for a couple of teams, Barnoldswick and Nelson. Is this like a new experience for you with that? Yeah,
obviously I started at Barlick, where I just got an introduction into counties. Started a few. Obviously went to Nelson last year with Daz Fortin. Yeah. Played a lot more. Just gaining experience, and obviously coming here. Ros putting the trust in me. I've started every game since I've been here, and I can only repay him with our player really. But I'm looking forward to next year.
The stories of the fans kind of love for you. There's stories of in Isle of Man fans bumping into you, maybe slightly worse for wear, singing your song at you.
Well, I backdoored it. Well, I weren't playing because I were injured, no. So I still wanted to go to Isle of Man. Obviously, it's a team thing, innit? I walking back early, and I bumped into a few, a bit worse for wear, as you said. But it's good. Like I say, it's good connecting with the fans, especially when they're so good. Especially when we lose. Like today we've lost, and they're still singing at the end of the game. Yeah. I don't think there's many better fans in the league. You look at Bury, and they're getting slated on Twitter. Yeah. After, I don't think even the 5-1 thrashing at Padium, they're still singing at the end of the game. Yeah. And I don't think there's a better set of fans in the league.
And does part of you kind of feel like you've been at the club, but not the best time for the club on the pitch? So do you kind of, you want to see the other side of that?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. When I came in with Daz, I think we had a bit of a roll. Yeah. I think 3-4 wins in a row. It's one of them injuries. Players aren't available every week, but every team's the same. Every team has injuries. It's just down to us, really.
When you look around like the pitch, do you see kind of more potential in these players?
Yeah, and I think Ros and Chrissy both see that for next year. There is potential. We've got a good platform at the club, especially any player who wants to come down. They see how good the club is from afar. Especially before I joined, I knew how good of a club it was. So, it's a fresh slate next year for everyone, and I'm sure Ros and Chrissy will bring people in where it's needed. But
you mentioned Daz Thornton, and I'm sure like players like Ashley Mulholland have helped you. I know Ashley they're all new players to West, but they kind of helped you to. They're around you at all times.
I know Daz Thornton really, really well. I was my manager at Nelson. I speak to him every day as well about footy. Having him behind you and that experience. I always talk the game with him after. About myself, about the team. So it's always good. And playing in there with Ashley. I think we had about 6 games together, but every single minute I've played with Ashley, he's helped me. Not once has he tried digging me out or anything like that. Just been supportive. Really.
You've been, I think West fans' opinion of you is very high, but you've not had a Player of the Match award yet. Is that something that kind of gets under your skin a little bit? Or?
No, it's it's not about just individual performances. I thought, I put my all in every game really.
And we've not had a West goal from you yet either, so maybe
I know.
Maybe
if I get that, I can be put in contention. But I I know Billy Matthews loves the man of the match anyway, so we'll leave him to it.
It's kind of his tied up usually most games. You know, you're only 19 years old. Do you kind of have ambitions to kind of go up through the leagues? Or,
yeah, I think any footballer does really, don't they? As you said, 19. I'm just enjoying football, and to enjoy football at such a good club like West, it's really good, and especially when you've got the backing of the manager. You know, Ros has put so much faith in me, and I can only repay him with how I play, really. And I don't think there's a better place for me to get more experience and learn. And and if the time comes where another team comes in higher, it's one of them. But of course I want to play higher. Yeah.
You've done really well in your short time with West, and hopefully we look forward to seeing you in pre-season.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks for your time, mate.
Thanks for that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well done.